What is going on, guys? My name is Chaotic and welcome back to another Grand Theft Auto 5 video here on my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing 5 things with you guys that you may not know in GTA 5. Despite the game being over 3 years old, there are still new things being found nearly every day, and I'm sure there are also things in the game that were found going all the way back to day 1 that you guys also don't know about. But either way, let's get straight into things. So to start things off, let's begin with something which involves the Paradise van. Now what's interesting about the Paradise van is that this in fact is one of the first ever DLC vehicles to be added to GTA Online. It was added in the first ever update, the Beach Bum update, in late 2013 alongside the Bifter. But it has certainly been a very long time since then, so I very much doubt there are many players who still have one of these as a personal vehicle in their garages. Anyway, but this van has 4 different livery options available for it. One of those is the one being featured in the video right now. And as you guys can see, on the side of the van, there is a UFO being featured. This can be seen on both sides of the van and on the back as well, but this is nothing new. We of course knew about this 3 years ago when this van was first released into GTA Online. But as it turns out, this isn't just some cool theme, there is in fact a lot more to this UFO's placement on the side of the van than you may think. So as it turns out, the UFO that's featuring on this livery in fact resembles the UFO that is in the sea just above Paleto Bay. I'm sure all of you guys know which one I'm referring to. It's this one right by here at the bottom of the ocean and can be found directly north of the map itself. But as you guys will notice, this UFO is completely abandoned and it's not lit up like the one is on the side of the Paradise van livery. But if you enable a mod which removes all the water from the game and then make your way to the UFO crash site, this is exactly what you'll see. The UFO now appears to be lit up as if it was turned on. Now, why this happens is a bit of a mystery at the moment, which is yet to be solved. It certainly seems very strange why this UFO all of a sudden lights up when there is no water in the area. So the Easter egg community is going wild right now, trying to find some form of method to repeat this in-game without the use of mods, because clearly there's something we've missed for well over 3 years. Anyways, moving on to the second Easter egg in this video. Now this one actually has a very touching story behind it, but what you guys want to do in game when in story mode is make your way to the graveyard at any time during the day, no matter what weather condition, and you should be able to see this very dog walk all the way from the gate up this path. Now this isn't just any dog, as I'm sure you guys know there are loads of animals in story mode which are simply just roaming around at random, but this dog right by here isn't actually in the graveyard at random. There is a whole story behind this. Now eventually the dog will take a right and walk towards a particular gravestone and just stand there. It will do this every single time you make your way to this location, and the dog will always just stand there forever, no longer how long you stand here. This may not seem all that special, but like I said, there is a whole Easter egg behind this referencing a very touching story. So going back all the way to 1858, a man named John Clay, who was a policeman in Edinburgh, used to do night shifts walking up and down the streets with his Skye Terrier named Bobby. Now unfortunately it was in 1858 that John died of a disease, but Bobby the dog was so loyal he refused to leave his master's grave. Now there is a lot more to this story. If you guys want to go ahead and check it out for yourselves, then definitely do so. There will be a link in the description. It is a very interesting story. But to basically sum things up, for 14 years straight, the dog went to the grave every single day and stood there guarding it until unfortunately Bobby died himself. And after this, the city council found it to be such a deep and moving story, they actually erected a granite fountain with a statue of Bobby placed on top. And this of course can still be seen today. Now many of you guys may not quite understand the reference between this story and GTA 5. Well, just in case you didn't know, the whole GTA series was created by Rockstar North, who of course are located in Scotland. Edinburgh of course being the capital of Scotland itself. Anyway, so moving on to number 3, now this is definitely a very interesting Easter egg, one which many players don't even know about in fact, and I'm pretty sure there are no videos on YouTube even about this. So as I'm sure you guys know, when GTA 5 was first released, this hangar in the military base was closed in both story mode and online. But then in March of 2015, in one of the updates that Rockstar released, this interior was added and the doors were open. So you could now go inside this building in online. But when it was opened, it was done very, very mysteriously. Rockstar simply just added this new location into the game with no announcement or mention whatsoever anywhere on the newswire or social media, and there were no new missions added at all which involved this hangar. So it was certainly very, very strange why all of a sudden Rockstar added this new interior into the game without any mention or announcement or real purpose. But as it turns out, the opening of this hangar was all planned. So let's go back to when GTA 5 was first released. This location, of course, was completely sealed off as the doors were closed. But there was in fact a glitch which allows you to get inside, and upon doing so you would see a completely empty hangar, which seemed very, very strange. Why would Rockstar go to all the effort to make this hangar and then close the doors? So this hangar was named Hangar 13, and there was a whole mystery surrounding it, with many players believing it was somehow associated to the jetpack and so on. And then in early 2014, Take-Two Interactive, who are the publishing company for GTA 5, then filed a trademark named Hangar 13. Which of course then sparked even more different theories to go around the community. But then in December of 2014, 2K Games, who are another gaming developer that work with Take-Two Interactive, announced they had set up a new game studio which was named Hangar 13. And then of course, just a few months later, Rockstar opened this hangar in the military base, which was previously named Hangar 13 by the GTA community, to basically reference the opening of the new Hangar 13 gaming studio by 2K Games. So there we go, certainly a very, very cool Easter egg, one which I think Rockstar must have been planning well before GTA 5 was even released, but as it turns out, even when Rockstar initiated this into the game, very few people picked up on the reference. Anyway, so let's move on to the next Easter egg. Now, this involves the train, but do not worry, I'm not going to try and stop it in this video. The Easter egg itself is slightly more known than some of the previous ones, but there are still many players out there that don't know about this, and it does in fact tie in to many other references in the game. But first of all, what you guys want to do is make your way to the very, very front of the train, and as you guys can see, on the front of the cab itself, the year 2004 is listed. Now 2004 isn't just some random number or random year, it is in fact the year that GTA San Andreas was released. But this is not the only release year number you guys can find referenced around the map. For example, if you go down to the airport, there are various different doors on the buildings, and there are two different numbers displayed on pretty much all of these doors. The one number being 2013, this of course being the release year for GTA 5, and the other number you guys can also find on some different doors is 2021, which right now doesn't really have any significance, but it could possibly be the year that GTA 6 is set to be released. But do bear in mind, right now, that is simply just a theory. But moving on to the fifth and final Easter egg that I have to share with you guys in this video, this is a Red Dead Redemption Easter egg that can be seen at this location right by here on the map, which is just down the road from the observatory. Now this is basically one of those Easter eggs which is very, very difficult to see for yourself, as it doesn't take place every time you make your way to this location. But basically, every now and again at this location, an NPC will spawn in wearing this very Red Dead Redemption t-shirt. Now this is the only character in-game that can be seen wearing this t-shirt, and from what I can see, it's very, very difficult to actually find this character in-game, because they only spawn at this one location and they don't always spawn in. There have been a few players reporting sightings of this character, but it's one of those things which you have to be very, very lucky to actually see. So if you guys are passing this location at any time, definitely call in and find out for yourselves if this person has spawned in so you can see it for yourself. But I myself have not been lucky enough as of yet, and I wasn't able to capture any gameplay, but lucky enough someone took a Snapmatic and shared it with everyone. Anyway, so there we go guys, that is pretty much it then for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have learned something new from watching this video. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about these 5 different secret Easter eggs that you may not know about in GTA 5 by leaving a comment. It would also be greatly appreciated if you could also drop a like on this video, as it helps me out a lot. Make sure to follow me on Twitter if you're not already. There is of course a link in the description, because over the next few weeks I'm going to be doing loads and loads of giveaways over on there during the weeks leading up to Christmas. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I'd recommend that you do, because I upload all the latest and the greatest Grand Theft Auto 5 content. So as always guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.